Scott? Scott, you're on mute.
Sorry, thank you. Is there a way Shad could send me his evaluation form, or should
Uh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might just?
I could definitely send that over.
Okay.
okay. Um,
Scott, could you put your email in the chat so I could send it to you? Okay, just send it over.
Okay.
all right.
So take me a second to give me just a moment to read that, and
I'm going to read Shad's intro. Scott, if you could just read over his whatever he's looking for. Okay, is that all right?
okay.
We're going to kind of be behind time if we stall.
Sure.
All right. So, tumultuous times bring chaos and uncertainty. However, time also brings growth and change. Shad, having spent 2 years in college, is going to present a proposal of his recent startup business, which he will ameliorate a prevailing problem in society today. My incubator, ladies and gentlemen, Shad Betar.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, again.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Okay. You're walking into class one sunny afternoon, thinking about your obligations for the day. But where are you really? You're in the creative recesses of your mind, down the rabbit hole of imagination triggered by everyday routine. You start pondering possibilities and imagining realities, taking the road less traveled in your innovative thoughts. Then, it happens. You have an idea. Not just any idea, a good idea. A really good idea. You know it's a good idea because you've been thinking about it for the entire week. It's not until you recognize the value of your idea that you realize you can't let such an idea go to waste. Dreams of success and fulfillment start flooding inside your head. You know that the idea is good enough that, with the right resources and the right attention, it could manifest into the startup venture of a lifetime. You start to feel at ease, knowing that the resources are available so long as the idea is there. You decide to set out on this project as soon as possible. But how? Most of your friends are preoccupied with their own jobs, and even if they weren't, how would you approach contacting them about it? How would you organize such a gargantuan endeavor with the time constraints and responsibilities of being a full-time student or of being a full-time parent, or both? In a survey by Bentley University, it is found that more than 66% of millennials want to start their own business, and that Generation Z is projected to be even more entrepreneurial than that. It was also found that by 2025, millennials and Gen Zers will make up almost 75% of the global workforce. Along with this transformation of the global workforce comes the transformation of the ideal work environment. For the majority of young adults who aim to start their own venture, the knowledge gained from the failure of a 2-year startup is more educational than 20 years spent in a cubicle. With young adults leading the revolution in the era of global startups, the necessity for a stable platform for growth becomes ever more apparent. By mitigating obstacles facing startups today, we can improve the prosperity of the inevitable surge of grassroots ventures in the future. Now, the biggest obstacle facing entrepreneurship today is the lack of a centralized platform for growth, collaboration, and guidance. My incubator empowers entrepreneurs with the tools necessary to facilitate innovation. By providing a virtual outlet open to all, my incubator aims to stimulate the growth and development of startups globally. Now, my incubator is a platform for entrepreneurs to network, build their projects, and find the resources that fit their company's needs. My Incubator functions analogously to a physical incubator. Physical incubators are often expensive and aren't as available in some regions of the world. Thus, this platform will function as a way to enter a high barrier to enter industry. Our services consist of 3 components: Brainstorm, My Innovation, and Supplements. The Brainstorm section acts as a discussion forum where users can post questions about their startups, network with other startups, and induce ideas and bounce designs off one another. For instance, if Dane here was looking to further his outreach for his mentorship starter program, he could pose a question on Brainstorm, and Dane could get his question answered by David, who could also post his reply on the forum. And meanwhile, they would also expand their own entrepreneurial networks. Another example could be if a startup needed help with the line of coding for an app or for a website. Posting on Brainstorm would aid in that problem. Additionally, entrepreneurs and businesses will be able to filter industries and businesses to best suit their preferences in the Brainstorm feed. Now, the second component is called My Innovation. My Innovation is where individuals will have a brief overview of their project in a centralized platform to communicate, and will have all their documents. For instance, the business plan, grants application, etc. will all be placed here. Furthermore, due to the fact that My Incubator will have a large outreach, it will also encompass a chat room for all the members of the startup, an option for a conference call, and a folder where all documents will be located. Thus, everything will be centralized on one app rather than having several different Google Docs and chats through WhatsApp. And the final component is Supplements. This section will have resources that will aid in growing startups. Often, many startups fail to grow due to the lack of easily accessible resources. Thus, the supplement component will allow businesses to view useful resources that will supplement the development of their projects. This will be achieved by having business plan templates, SWOT analysis, description and importance, as well as important articles on entrepreneurship and videos from established companies. Once we have established our network platform, we aim to generate revenue through 2 streams: advertisement and premium membership. Any businesses that wish to advertise on our platform will have to pay us a fixed fee. In addition to the fee, both parties will agree on the start date and the terminal date of the advertisement. Individuals who wish to be a premium member will have to pay a subscription rate, and premium members will have the ability to see who viewed their projects, increase their project exposure in the forum, and use our resources as a screening device to fit the needs of their project. This membership fee will be on a subscription basis, and users will have the ability to end or start their subscription to the membership. Monetizing our website will really be a secondary purpose, as our primary goal is to create a community for entrepreneurs and business owners. Through providing a communicative medium, My Incubator acts as a vessel for entrepreneurship, capitalizing on motivation while producing innovation. A constant target demographic of motivated young adults ensures My Incubator's longevity as a platform. Just as Facebook connects friends, My Incubator connects innovators. A wise man once called Toastmasters an incubator for transformation. With My Incubator, transform your ideas into execution. Collaborate, innovate, incubate. My Incubator. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Shad. Let's give it up for Shad. All right, I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds. On the bottom part of your screen next to the share button, there's the chat button. Please send any messages you would like to Shad Betar, and anything to recommendations, to things you liked about it, or maybe things that he could work on. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds, then we'll move on to the next speech.